A new situation has developed now, which has not at all developed all these years. Slowly and steadily, the Eastern Europe and Western Europe are facing the consequences of allowing all the Muslim immigrants from Muslim countries, where they saw rebellion and etc. Then bloodshed, and they were hapless citizens. They were, as they were told, and the communists and the so-called humanists actually preached for their coming into the civilized society of these countries: France, Germany, Switzerland, Sweden, etc., Hungary, Poland. But Poland has not allowed them. Poland has driven them back. The only country which has done this, which has able to put it in a courageous manner. But all these other countries were humanists in nature, and they allowed them. And when they allowed them, they have become stronger and stronger, because you have noticed all the things as we have faced 1,400 years of war against them. They have been warring against us. Jihad has been taking place for 1,400 years against Hindus of Bharat. So we have experienced it. We know it, but they are quite unknown for this fact. We have faced the consequences. We have flushed in history. However, Congress has tried to wipe down the history, the true history. But everyone knows now in this world, especially youngsters have known, acknowledge this fact that how our ancestors were actually murdered. Our ancestors were driven back. Our ancestors were butchered, but still they did not leave their religion. They stick on to the Hindu Dharma faith, and we are living as Hindus now. So they have done enormous. They have done goodwill for us, kept ours, and they have kept their Hindu Dharma blowing, and this yajna has been done in the flames. They have totally devoted their lives. They sacrificed their lives. But there, in European countries, nothing this thing has happened. They have conquered lands, and they have been there for 500, 600, 700 years, but they did not have uh, there's consequences of Muslim surge over there. But now the demographic change has taken place over there, and you are seeing that even the London mayor has become Zihadi has become the mayor of London. Even in England, that is the United Kingdom, the so-called Home Minister has been a Jihadi woman who acknowledges all jihadi elements, and she will, of course, help the jihadis to build up their societies over there, to build a terrorist base over there. And the labor government, which is a carbon copy of Congress here in our own Bharat, has done everything to praise the Muslims and give anything to the Muslims for the sake of votes. And now England is becoming the Islamic Republic of England. That's the thing which has going to take place. Because there also demographic change has been gone to such drastic level that their population has been becoming minus. And it is surging. The Muslim population is surging day by day, and no one is going to stop them, because it's surging. They have fixed targets. They have acknowledged these targets, that they have to conquer the world, they have to rule the world, and they have to dictate the terms with all over the people in the world, and they have to convert the world into Islam faith. And if they are not ready to get convert, then they are going to be killed in the jihad. That's what their faith, ill faith, whatever you may call, but they are believing in that, and they are preaching in that, and they are doing for this. And hapless other citizens who are not believing in anything are suffering. India is going to suffer the most worst in the forthcoming years. Because if Adani Yogi ji does not come as a prime minister, if it is not the thing that Yogi ji should become prime minister to fulfill his ambition. This is not his ambitions. His ambitions are their ambitions. Yogi ji should become the Prime Minister of India to fulfill the ambitions of Bharat Mata. If Bharat Mata has to survive, Yogi ji has to become the Prime Minister, because he is the Dharma, and Dharma Rakshati Rakshitaha. There is no thing, such other thing that you can separate Dharma from Yogi ji. And there is no such another person in Bharat at the present moment who is as pure as Yogi Ji. So if Yogi Ji becomes a prime minister, then only Bharat will be saved. But now, whatever we are seeing over Eastern Europe, Western Europe, these are the glimpses of world history which we are seeing now. And what the bigger history, bigger phase which is going to take place over here is in Bharat. We have to save Bharat from the clutches of Islam. And for that, Yogi Ji should have been prime minister in this case. If Yogi Ji has not become the prime minister, then we are going to suffer. Tremendously, we are going to suffer. That's true.